Okay, picture this. You're schlepping by the first or business class cabin on your way to the dreaded middle seating coach. You'd rather be flying up front in a private suite with personalized pajamas. But then reality sets in. You think you can't afford it. Or can you? What if you could enjoy the comforts of first class for less than most coach fares? It happens more often than you may think, and only I-REROUTE.com explains what makes it possible. I-REROUTE.com, short for Involuntary Reroute, highlights the journey of an AK Psych college pledge turned .com exec's experience with how airlines really fill their first-class seats. Whether you're a student, an entrepreneur, a travel agent, an airline, or a traveler, hopefully not overpaying, I-REROUTE.com has something for everyone. Once subscribed, you can pick content that's most relevant to you, or become fully exposed. Listen to everything with ongoing updates on what's happening now. Most flyers believe the most comfortable seats on a plane are the most expensive. Why wouldn't they be, right? I thought the same thing. Then, an involuntary reroute began exposing airlines as anything but logical. Since airlines were deregulated, they've overvalued their best seats using backroom tactics to dispose of the leftovers. Surprisingly, there are more leftovers than most flyers realize. Though we're told supply and demand dictate price, those are just words to mask the truth about what's really going on. Ever noticed fares spiking higher as the departure date approaches, even though no one's buying? Competitive market forces don't cause ticket prices to spike on empty planes. That's market manipulation. Similarly, if empty first-class seats were as valuable as airlines claim, they wouldn't be empty. In the 21st century, fewer flyers are overpaying for comfort on commercial airlines than ever before. Airlines know most flyers prefer flying up front. Who doesn't? But most won't overpay with consistency. Rather than allowing the free market to value seats, airlines have turned premium class seat sales into a game. The most comfortable seats are rarely sold for money, but a series of backdoor tactics ranging from secondary currencies to ownership schemes to arbitrage and everything else in between. Even more alarming, most flyers don't know the rules of the game or that a game is being played. Until now. Since the Great Recession, a new generation of flyers has emerged, unaware that fares are built on trickery and deception rather than legitimate demand. When searching fares, we've come to expect the search results to be accurate and correct. When it comes flying comfortably, the search results are more fiction than fact. Why fiction? Over 90% of premium cabin searches return fares most flyers never pay. To all the aspiring entrepreneurs, travelers, airline employees, and travel agents tuning in, this isn't a billion-dollar story yet. But if you pay attention and keep an open mind, you'll learn the ploys airlines use to fill their most comfortable seats and how they distance themselves from reality. The only way to protect yourself from airline trickery is to learn the rules of the game. The smartest flyers can identify this deception and consistently fly up front for less than most coach fares. It's called Involuntary Reroute or I-REROUTE for a reason. A semester away from Babson College to help a mother reboot her travel career became a lifelong detour, exposing the deepest and darkest secrets airlines pretend don't exist. They do exist, and the same tricks invented in the last century are still being played today. Overvalued fares are only real if you pay them. In the 21st century, most flyers aren't. The entrepreneur in me tried to exploit these loopholes for profit, and decades of insight are now available to you via podcast subscriptions here, exclusively at I-REROUTE. Listen to as much as you want. Involuntary Reroute is not another airline kiss-up site asking you to pay what most flyers won't. If you're looking for in-flight seat reviews or airline wine lists, you've come to the wrong place. Involuntary Reroute exposes how airlines really fill their most comfortable seats. What began as a mother-son business became an action-packed million-dollar enterprise during the fabulous 1990s. Now, I'm here to share it all with you. Remember, your best weapon against the deceptive fare games airlines created is knowledge, and most of the content is more relevant than ever. It's time for you to get in the know and revisit my Involuntary Reroute.